Hey, are you looking at becoming a millionaire through real estate? Come sit down. I'll show you the fastest way to get there. What's going on, guys? It's Luke with the Viking boys here. Today, we're going to take a nice seat in our cozy chairs and we're going to talk real estate. I'm going to show you the path that I truly believe is the fastest way to become a millionaire through real estate. So a lot of people ask, Luke, what do you think is the best time to buy for real estate? They always want to try to hit the market correct, which is not an easy thing to do. So my answer every single time is buy as soon as you possibly can. Wherever you're at, start right there. Now, when my wife and I first got started with buying a rental property, we had actually purchased all we could afford at the time, which was a $50,000 condo in not a great area of Central Phoenix. Now, keep in mind that we bought it under market value. And again, $50,000, a lot of people don't understand that, if you're doing a 30-year loan on that amount, your mortgage is going to be pretty low. So now, because it was a rental property and we had already owned our own, personal residence, we did have to put down a decent chunk of change on it. So we put down $15,000, and so our loan was on $35,000. And on a $35,000 loan over 30 years, it put our payment at $168 a month. $168 a month, guys. Now, let's be honest, that's probably less than you spend on a weekend out on drinks and food. Now, because it was a condo, we did have an HOA payment on it, which was $240. But that $240 includes, roof maintenance, exterior maintenance, includes yard cleanup. It included, actually, this one even included electric and full water and trash as well. So what we did is we got a tenant. We threw the tenant in at $950. So, we were $168 plus $240, it put us right in the ballpark of about $400. So we're making about $550 a month on that very first rental property. Now, I know Jake has spoke about the triple threat. The triple threat is the 3 ways to get paid by buying a rental property. Now, those 3 ways are cash flow, appreciation, and principal paydown. Now, your monthly cash flow is going to be exactly what you are bringing home after your expenses are paid and after your mortgage is paid. Okay, now principal paydown is when you have a mortgage payment, you are actually paying off the house as you are staying there or as your tenants are staying there. Now, the difference is when you are just renting a property, you are simply just putting that money towards nothing. You are putting that money in someone else's pocket. Now, appreciation, which is my favorite, is whatever you bought that property at. So we bought that condo at $50,000. It is whatever that property is going to be worth at the time that you want to sell it. So we purchased this property for $50,000 and we owned it for about 2.5 years. So we were able to have the mortgage payment at $35,000 when we started, but we had actually paid off about $5,000 over the 2.5 years because we were making extra payments on the property. Okay, so now when we had decided on the next property that we had wanted to purchase, it was actually a property with 2 houses on it. And we had did what's called a 1031 exchange, which is basically taking the money that you would have made on that property and the taxes that you would have to pay on it and pushing that off into the future so you are not liable to pay that tax hit at the time of the sale. Now, something unique about a 1031 exchange, though, is that they give you 90 days to identify the next property that you want to purchase, and they give you 6 months to actually close on that property. So like I said, we had already found that next property, that we had already identified which one we wanted to buy. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to list that condo for sale. So we listed it for sale, we sold it for $90,000, but keep in mind we had only owed about $30,000 on it because of the principal pay down and because of us putting down $15,000 on the original purchase. Now I know what you're thinking. Luke, are you trying to tell me that you're going to walk with $60,000 in, a little over 1.5 to 2 years of holding that property? Yes. That's correct. Okay, now the second property that we had wanted to purchase, the purchase price on it was $385,000. Now we knew it was a steal though. It's one of those properties where it's a great deal. Like I said, it had 2 single-family houses on it. One of them was 1,400 square feet in a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and the other house was 1,000 square feet in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Okay, now on that $385,000 sale price, what we did is we took that $60,000 that we had and we rolled that directly into the down payment of the property. Now with the 1031 exchange, the one kicker is that every dollar that you make or every dollar that you pull out of that other property has to go straight into this property. Now that's only if you don't want to take a hit on your taxes though while you sell this property. So the next thing to do now was for the appraisal to happen. So what we did is we got an appraisal immediately and it appraised for $460,000. Now when I refi'd out of that hard money loan, What they were willing to do was give me a loan on 70% of the value of the appraisal. So the appraisal was $460,000, and 70% of that puts you at $325,000. Now keep in mind, my purchase price was $385, and putting $60,000 down on it puts you at $325,000. So here I now have a property that is appraised at $460,000 and a loan on it that is just $325,000. Now I'm not great at math, but I'm pretty sure $460,000 minus $325,000 is $135,000. Now that's what I like to call a win, but it only gets better. So we've done some research on the property. We can actually split the two properties into two parcels, two separate parcels, and sell the houses off separately. Now if we do this, the values are going to raise because you now have two single-family homes opposed to, two single-family homes on the same parcel. Now you got to make sure you're always doing your homework, okay? So when we pulled recent comps, after we were to split them, we believe that we should be able to pull about $320,000 on the 1,400 square foot house and about $220,000 to $230,000 on the 1,000 square foot house. So that puts us right in the ballpark now of about $550,000 to $560,000 after they're split. To be on the safe side, let's just stick with the lower numbers and let's stick with, let's say $550,000. If it's $550,000 what these two properties are now worth, if you're taking away what our current loan is, which is $325,000, that puts you at a net of $225,000 in equity. So let's start from the beginning, okay? We are talking about an initial investment of $15,000 turning into $225,000 being added to your net worth in a little over 2 years. That's pretty amazing. Guys, imagine how fast this can grow. We're talking about a $15,000 investment. That is only one time. Imagine doing that 4 times. You're going to be talking about adding close to $1 million to your net worth in a matter of a couple of years. Now guys, with that same $225,000 down, you could put that down on your next investment. Say you go to sell those two properties and you do another 1031 exchange, take all the money that you have in the projects and put them towards something bigger. You're going to be able to buy close to $1 million property with your $225,000 down. Do you have any idea what kind of investments you're going to be able to buy if you can actually qualify for $1 million loan because you have your 25% down? The best part about this is you can do this while you're working your 9 to 5. You can do this while you have your other jobs going on. This is a little something I like to call the snowball effect. Be sure to reach out if you've got any questions. I would love to help you get your real estate portfolio started. Make sure to like and subscribe below. Viking Boys out.